Hello again, YouTube. This is another tutorial. This one is for the New York Islanders primary logo. For the most part, you get most of the logo with the way this one works out. The only thing you can't have is Islanders spelt along the bottom. But you know what? For the most part, that's not a big deal. I mean, that'd be really, really hard to do, and you don't have nearly enough layers. But if you want the Islanders logo, this gives you, one that everyone's going to recognize right away, so it's not a problem. So to start things off, I took the rectangle medium and kind of positioned it to the middle and a tiny bit to the left, and I kind of used that as a reference point to make the entire logo. I kind of built from the middle top and out. So once I kind of shrunk that down, made sure all the edges were nice and straight, it was upright, all that, I started to make the Y, again, build from the middle out. It just helps keep things a little bit more symmetrical. And so I took the lieutenant and just rotated it, resized it and all that, so it looks kind of like this. You almost have like a 30-degree angle between the rectangle medium and the lieutenant. So after that, I started to make the Y, that becomes the stick. So I just took two rectangle thins and lined them up appropriately so that they covered that kind of the bottom edge of the lieutenant, so you don't have any like nub sticking out, and it looks nice and clean and nice and straight. After I did that, I went back to the N, and I took the lieutenant again, and I rotated it around and used that to make kind of that angled middle part. Then once again, I duplicated the first rectangle medium I had and just moved it over to the left, and that gives me the left part of my N. So pretty well NY spelt now. All that's really left is to add the little hockey parts to the logo. So to do that, you just take the rectangle medium and use that to make the blade. You want it to kind of be pointing down to the left a little bit, so once you rotate it around and all that, make sure it's just a tiny bit off level, and that'll give you more accuracy to the real logo. Next thing I did was I created the puck. So I took the oval thin, positioned it next to the stick, and made it white, shrunk it down, and made sure it was rotated to 90 degrees. And after that, I took the curved line and made it orange and kind of put it underneath of the oval. And what that does is gives you that 3D look to the puck. So that's how you get that part done. After that, all that's left to do is make the island. And what I did for that was I just took the bolt, kind of stretched it out so it would take up most of the way across the screen, the NY, like underneath the NY. And it's the best, it's the closest thing you can get to an island that also fits, in the length department and is nice and narrow. I tried some other things like infrared scope, certain guns, a handful of other things, and they just, none of them looked as good as this. So that's the best you can do for that island part. And then to close things off, I took the ring, made it nice and big and made it orange, and put it around so it was covering up, whoops, alright, so it was covering up the top of the right part of the Y stick and the top left corner of the N. And that just gives you kind of like a little orange backdrop, and it also takes away those little unperfect edges at the top. So that's how to make the Islanders logo. I mean, it's not entirely real life accurate. There's no Islanders along the bottom. You have that tiny little nub at the top of the Y there that shouldn't be there, but you know what, for 12 layers, this is pretty well as close as you're gonna get. And so guys, I hope this was helpful. Leave any feedback you have below, comment, like, subscribe, all that gibberish. So guys, until next time, I'll see ya.